This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities.
Welcome back to Business, Equity, and Opportunities. For many small businesses, seasonal sales are a critical part of their yearly success. Ben Johnston, CEO of Capitus, explains the true impact.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. This Week in Business.
I am Ben Johnston. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Capitus. And Capitus is a small business lender that provides financing in the form of loans, factoring products, lines of credit, and equipment finance. We've been around for 20 years. We operate in all 50 states across a very wide range of small business industries. And we'd love to learn more about your business and figure out how we might be able to work together. Many small businesses are very seasonal. So they have a busy season, they have a slow season, but for the vast majority of small businesses, the Christmas holidays are one of their busiest seasons. And they actually plan all year in order to execute well during this most important season. Many of them are placing orders in the springtime and often are borrowing money in order to get those orders in place. So they have a lot riding on making their sales count at the end of the year. And then if you think about our domestic manufacturers, they are the ones who are getting those orders in the spring and summer and fulfilling them throughout the year in order to be ready to provide customers with these products over the Christmas holidays. And they know that next year's orders are really riding on the success of Christmas sales. So they are watching the numbers really closely as well right now. It is a challenging time for small businesses right now. We've seen inflation climbing slowly but steadily up to 3%. And obviously inflation, takes a bite out of everyone's profits. And then we've seen consumer sentiment, as inflation has risen, start to come down a bit as well. And obviously, consumer spending is the bulk of the revenue that small businesses are taking in. And so the health of the consumer is incredibly important. And then, of course, tariffs are really shrinking everyone's margins. And so small businesses have been thinking deeply about the impact of tariffs all year long and having to make some pretty difficult pricing decisions as to how much of those tariffs that they're going to be passing on to their customer base. And right now is the time where all of that is sort of coming to fruition and they're seeing what their margins will ultimately be for 2025. I think it's a mix of both, depending on the health of the business, obviously. But I will tell you that we are seeing tremendous demand here at Capitus for growth capital. And people generally come to us when they want to expand their business, they want to take on a new job, they want to hire more people, maybe expand their operations, bring in and finance inventory. And so they're looking for capital to grow. And we've seen our highest demand in our history over the last few months. And we think that's a very positive sign going into 2026 because it indicates that there are many small businesses out there that are investing in their businesses right now. Absolutely. I think small businesses are always looking at the bottom line very closely. They're keeping a very close eye on cash on hand, and they're trying to line up multiple funding sources. And so every small business wants to have a strong relationship with their bank, but they also want to have relationships outside of their bank because they know that often they need money quickly. And in order to move fast, sometimes their bank just isn't able to move that fast. And so it's great to have strong working relationships with other lenders as well. Having a line of credit in place that can be drawn down on in a pinch is very important. And so we see successful small businesses having multiple financing relationships that allow them to get have access to multiple financial products.
Last week, we introduced the BE&O business poll found in our newsletter and on the website. Each week, we'll share our poll question and then follow up with the result. Our first question has been a hot topic among business owners, staff, and in just about every business chat room out there. Cell phones in meetings. We all use them, but are they a focus killer or an essential 24/7 tool? JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon was quoted as saying, checking your cell phone during a business meeting is disrespectful. So the question is, do you agree? What policy does your business have about cell phone use during meetings? We're going to leave this question up for another week, so there's still time to weigh in. Follow the QR code to our website, sign up for our newsletter, and weigh in. We'll give you some time to respond, then share what you all think in the next few weeks.
This Week in Business is made possible by Indie Biz Pass.